Hi, everyone. This is Marcos Hiller from Brazil. It was a great pleasure to be here. I'm very excited to be in this tremendous event, Kotler Impact. It was a pleasure for me. I'm from Brazil. I talk from Brazil, and here I'm a branding professor. Brand positioning is one of my specialties and my skills. In the last days, I tried to conduct branding and positioning products, research projects, and storytelling projects here in Brazilian companies. And I believe in this half an hour, maybe, I try to give you my skills, my precious skills about brand positioning. The final of my talk, I hope that you all try to conduct by yourself branded projects. Okay, let's go. I have some charts here. I believe you enjoy this, and I can give you later. Talk to me in my social media, Instagram and LinkedIn, and I can give you all this material. Okay, here we go, man. Here we go, everyone. Again, thank you very much for your presence here, and greetings from Brazil for all of you. I start my talk with this image. As you can see, we have here a brand of Unilever, a Dutch and England company, Britain company called Unilever. If we are here talk about brand, it's because Unilever, it's a branding school. I really believe in this theory. Brand positioning, it's our main theme in this talk. I don't know if you know this curiousness. OMO it's an acronym of Old Mother Owl, Velha Mãe Coruja. How can I say here in Portuguese? Old Mother Owl forms the entire name of the brand OMO. It's one of the most important brands of detergent in worldwide. Okay, and here we go. It's a very important brand, and I talk to you later about details of this project, because in otherwise of the brand manager of this brand believes in the last 50 years in Brazil that the stain clothes, it's a problem for the mother. Not at all. Remove the stain, it's instrument of sociability of this mother, and they try to make upside new branding discourse about whiteness. And here in Brazil, we talk about the branding disclosure of this brand is the main discourse of this brand is dirt is good. Dirt is good because dirty is good. And this is one of the great lessons that we hear of this Unilever brand. Thank you very much again. Here in Brazil, I'm the owner of Hiller Training and Consulting. I try to help brands to build brand positioning strategies. And this is who I am. Here in Brazil, I'm a branding professor in one of these school business in Brazil. And I'm PhD student here in Brazil at ESPM, when I try to make research about platformization of capitalism and branding and consumption and communications. And here we go. This is one of the most clients that I try to attend here in Brazil in branding and research projects, and another brands in education and executive lecture I make here in Brazil, well, with all of these brands, national brands, international brands. And here we go. For example, at Ambev, one of the most important companies of beverages in worldwide, I try to help the beer brands how to make about better and better branding strategies, communication through semiotics research. It was very interesting to try to teach semiotic conceptions with these professionals of a beverage company. Pirelli hired me in the last year to try to build a strategy of 2 new launches of tires and it was very interesting because I talk here in my company. I am make the research efforts of qualitative research, and I try to understand by phone. For me, it works very, very well. And I remember at this moment when I call an extreme consumer of Pirelli, a huge fan of Pirelli, this fantastic Italian brand. And they told me, oh, I love Pirelli, man. Pirelli is one of the most important brands in my life. And after that, I have a dog in my house, and it's Pirelli. It's very, very black dog in my house, and the name of this dog is Pirelli. This is an extreme consumer. This guy is very, very important for us to try to catch branded insights. And I talked to you a little bit more about this. Accor Hotels, one of the most important French companies of hotels in worldwide. I try to help this company to create storytelling and naming efforts about new concepts of the hotels here in Brazil. Balduco is one of the most important here in Brazil companies of food company, and I propose this interesting storytelling and branded content project, and we are getting in the house of these consumers and try to investigate real stories. I believe that the real brands that was made by real stories. For example, these stories is very interesting. As you can see, I love to make a talk, and here in Brazil, I try to help my clients and pharmaceutical clients to make lectures about brand and positioning and all these things, concepts. Here are my books. If you want to, I send you my books. I can give you all of them, no problem at all. Give me a message, send me a message on Instagram or LinkedIn. It was a pleasure to give you my example of books. Okay, I love this image of Interbrand in 1990, and the letters forms the entire word brands, and this is how we are talking about this. It's kind of interesting because this specific moment here in Brazil, for example, it was a very favorable moment for branding efforts, because put some money on ads and performance in social media, it's not so works anymore. And try to build a real differentiation is about branding efforts. Branding efforts, it's a very, very favorable moment to build real differentiation. Okay, and here we go. And this is one of my hearts of my talk. If I give you a present, a gift for you, this is my present. The brand positioning methodology I used to use in all of my projects. It was not me to invent this. Nike invented this in the final of the 80s, 1990, 88, 89. Nike to try to investigate consumers to understand how they see the performance in sports. And I call you a little bit about this in a few minutes, okay? Don't forget about this. 5 fingers, 5 steps. First of all, choose, deep dive, positioning, consistency, and obsession. And here we go to explain how can I conduct all of my branding projects, okay? First of all, it's important to say, because this is one of the favorite moments, one more reason, because branding differentiation is truly, truly important for us. This chart presents that rational campaigns versus emotional campaigns, and emotional campaigns build brands much more strongly, okay? It's very important to use this information, for example, in meetings and prospection, in a lot of this. It is another charts show us that emotional campaigns, profits, effects build more strongly over time. It was very, very important for us, okay? Step 1, don't forget about that. Choose what? To build a brand, you need to make a real deep dive in the company, okay? Visit the company on site, make a desk research, student trends, insight. I need to read, you need a lot of information media data, information for newspapers, portals, academic perspective, competitors analysis, and color analysis, social listening, and you need to define a functional attribute of the category, okay? Don't forget about that. SWOT analysis, BCG matrix, mystery shopper, as you can use a lot of things, tools you can use here is perfect, okay? And what's the real conclusion about this? And we are going, okay? Define a functional attribute of the category. And here for some examples. This is a classic example, you know, Volvo is about safety. They are not talking about us about design and economy, even though the design of the Volvo cars is tremendously beautiful, okay? Sustainability, speed. Now, the brand conversation is about safety. It's a strategic choose that the brand made, okay? And Unilever, they have 3 brands of deodorant, and each brand talks about specific functional attributes, right? Dove is about skin hydrate, Axe is about fragrance, and Rexona, I believe in the other countries calls Degree, the name of the brand, is about protection and duration, okay? And from this functional attribute, we are trying to build the brand position, and here we go. The second step is about a deep dive in the consumer. The consumer is the real reason we are talking about, okay? And of course, you need to understand everything at all about qualitative and quantitative research and what is the specific briefing and when you try to request this kind of research, okay? You need to understand, for example, that qualitative research is about low precision and high depth, and quantitative research is about high precision and low depth, okay? I believe I understand you a lot of these concepts, right? But to uncover powerful insights for brand position and construction, we need to use qualitative research. Qualitative research is about our conversation, okay? Nike, for example, try to make qualitative efforts to understand the consumer, what is about performance, okay? Omo, for example, try to understand with mothers and housekeepers about the stain remove, okay? And we need to talk about not general consumers. We need to talk about and make a deep dive in extreme consumer. And I make this kind of stereotype example about the Joker. It was unfortunately a crazy guy, okay? It's an illness, but a psycho illness. But I try to make this. I'm sorry about the stereotype in his kind of guy to explain about this concept. For example, to make your nails more beautiful for women, for example, Colorama, it's a Brazilian brand, and they try to investigate with extreme consumer. What is the extreme consumer of this kind of product, for example? This kind of ladies, this kind of professional, it was the extreme consumer. These professionals, they are not allowed to use rings or makeup. The only thing that these ladies can make to make ourselves and make themselves more beautiful is about the nails, okay? They used to make nails repair 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 times for a day. It's very interesting information, right? And with these insights, they built a new brand positioning in Brazil about Colorama. Casual consumers, I'm sorry, they don't serve me anything in the research. I need to talk about extreme consumer. And how can I find this extreme consumer? Make a social listening, talk about your sales team, and try to investigate this very tiny quantity of people. They give you extremely and very precious insights to build your brand, okay? Interview one guy, make a qualitative research, take the second one, make the same thing, the third one, and the fourth, and the fifth one, the answers of these guys used to make a standards results, okay? When it happens, stop the research and try to isolate the specific insight, the specific virus that passes through all of this guy, okay? This is one of my favorite methodologies I use to make in all of my branding positioning projects. Nike made these efforts in the final of 80s. It was the extreme consumer insights that they discovered. If I have a body, I can do it. If I need to have some performance in sports, if I have a body, I can do it. It was very, very valuable insight that Nike discovered through these guys, extreme and crazy consumers, okay? Step 3, I tried to catch this insight, this virus, and try to envelope with publicity, with communications, okay? If I have a body, I can do it, just do it. Much more than a beautiful phrase or a beautiful tagline. All the efforts that Nike are going to make from this moment is about just do it. In communication, promotion, sponsorship, sales promotion, all these efforts need to be oriented with just do it. It was a mantra of the brand, okay? And here we go. This example I love so much. The new line of diabetes medicines here in Brazil, I believe the company, it was Sanofi. They try to understand with people, what is about the diabetes? What about the diabetes affects the people's lives? They discovered that diabetes, it was about type 1, type 2. No, not at all. Every people try to understand and how to conduct themselves, their diabetes by each our way, okay? Every people try to understand, try to conduct this illness in them specific way. Diabetes, your type. Beautiful brand position, beautiful tagline, global brand position of the Sanofi in worldwide. I love this company, Schneider Electric. Life is on. It's a beautiful, beautiful tagline. Okay, this brand is a little bit lost in the few days, the few years, but I love this tagline. Go pro, be a hero. The secret of a good tagline, it's about to talk to the people. Never talk about yourself. Never talked about myself. You need to talk about the people lives. This is a good and beautiful tagline. I built this brand 2 or 3 years ago. It's about a huge category company in beauty and self-care. And Yourself is the name of the brand. And the tagline is about the better you. It's a very interesting brand that we built a few years ago. This is a brand that Kim built 3 years ago here in São Paulo. It's a children fashion category. And I talked to the mothers. You don't make the interview with children. It's very, very difficult to do that. And I talked to extreme consumer ladies that spend about $5,000 or $6,000 per month in our store. No problem at all. Okay, don't make judgments in this moment. I talked to the lady and try to catch a little insights to make the new envelope of the brand construction, right? And this is the outcome of the project. Our brands, we are talking about the real children, children that laughs, children that make a poker face, for example, children that can imagine, and children that can dreams. Our brand talk to kind of people. Our brand talk with children. It was very, very happy. We try to suggest a new symbol of the brand. It was a button. The button is the symbol of fashion. The button make a better fit of my clothes in my body. The button, it was in the past the eye of the dolls, for example. It's a very, very important fashion symbol, okay? And we chose this one symbol to make the new branding visual efforts. And for example, to present this project, we make a lot of mock-ups, beautiful mock-ups, become your project much more valuable. Do you agree with that? And beautiful mock-ups. And my client saw this Oh, I love very beautiful, beautiful mockups is one of the secret of my branching products. Okay, uh, have this tip for your branding projects also. And here we go. We are in the step 3. Okay, and make this tagline to live all the children lives. This is a bag that we are suggested in our mockups, and this is the 2 major colors that we choose. Queen is another brand that this guy have. Is about the Mais Um is about children, and this one is about teenagers, for example. And we are suggest another tagline is about always changing, always changing. Uh, Irregular forms to try to make a talk with this kind of teenagers. Okay, and we are suggest some kind of mood, some kind of texture to talk this client. Okay, here's some mock-ups that we used to use in this project. The bag, and this is our new mood that we are suggested. The new light, the new texture. This is a kind of Stranger Things inspiration, right? And this is the new way to talk about these teenagers. This guy, for example, we don't know if they have 15 years old or 18 years old. This is a kind of Harry style mood. This is our mood. This is our texture. This is our light. And I give to the brand all these orientations. Okay. And here we go. A lot of projects I try to conduct in my company. Fernanda Naufel is a nutritionist here in Brazil, and we are build his brand. This is the tagline that we are suggest for his project, Fernanda Naufel, nutrition and science that change the life. That it was the tagline we are suggest. I talked to the customers. I talked to physicians who works with Fernanda, for example, and this is our color suggestion for his brand. This is a color palette, the nude color, green color, very calm colors, for example. Okay, we suggested a symbol of his brand, business card, and the look and feel of Instagram efforts, for example. And last but not least, I try to present to you, this is a NFT hive of artists, NFT community of artists. We built this brand a few months ago, and I love this brand. I love this brand identity. We choose 3 main colors of this brand, and our inspiration is about the bee. The Wall Bee is the name of the company. It's an NFT community of artists. Okay, and as you can see here, all the rationale that we build to deliver this project. This is a kind of part of our brand book, our brand guidelines. For example, we chose the museum typography. Museum Sams. It's a very beautiful typography, right? And here's some applications. This is the main tagline that we choose. The art give sense to life, and we are give sense to art. I love this tagline, this slogan, this through line, as you can talk about. Okay, the feed of Instagram. We need to make some suggestions of visual of Instagram. Suggestions of our brands can fit in the app button apps, for example. It's a very mandatory orientation to build a brand nowadays. The brand needs to fit in the reduction. It's very important. The brand needs to be very responsive. Okay, do you understand that? It's very important. And some graphic shapes, more specific applications of our brands, the combinations. I love this brand. I love this identity. Some mock-ups, very beautiful. I love this cloth of Wall Bee. And here's some applications and mock-ups. Very beautiful. And here we go. I'm sorry, last but not least, here now. Modali is one of the most important brands in Brazil in about furniture, external furniture. This is the brand that we are trying to deliver in this project. Very, very premium brand. Here's some mock-ups, very beautiful. We choose this kind of blue color. It's very, very fancy, right? Here's some mock-ups designed to inspire. Modali, beautiful brand. External furnitures here in Brazil. Designed to live together. It was the tagline that we choose of this project. More mock-ups. Beautiful mock-ups. Beautiful mock-ups becomes the victory of the project, okay? Don't forget about that. Some labels. We suggest the name of the color. This is not about the blue. It's about the color blue sky. This is our specific color. And another color is deep blue. In our brand guidelines, we suggest this one, for example. Here we go. Step 4. A lot of brands trying to forget about this importance of this. Consistency on the execution. Omo, dirty is good. Spread all your positioning across all brand touch points, okay? Dirt is good is the mantra, and we try to spread all of these positioning efforts in all of communication efforts. PR, digital, advertising, publicity, retail presence. The dirt is good. It's specifically spread about these touch points, okay? It's very, very important to make this. To spread the Real Beauty campaign of the Dove in England, I believe, they made 7 types of packaging. Beautiful, beautiful way to execute a brand positioning efforts, okay? Here in Brazil, I get in some house of people that loves the brand Balduco. This guy, for example, became an employee a few years ago, and they catch all of the money and build toys and panettone to very poor people here in Brazil. This lady, it was pregnant a few years ago, and they have a desire to eat panettone and chocotone Balduco, and his daughter born, and she loves to eat panettone with his daughter at now. These 3 ladies, beautiful ladies, they make rituals in their houses, okay? I believe you have also rituals of end of the year and Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner and all of this. To start this ritual, they love to make a karaoke efforts and make a karaoke music. This lady, for example, it was the leader of the siblings, and the ritual start only with this woman gives in a spoon panettone with ice cream in each mouth of each people, okay? And start the ritual of Balduco panettone of this family. Another examples, beautiful, beautiful examples. This family meet in the final of the year, and panettone Balduco is one of the greatest symbols of this meeting. Beautiful photographs. And last but not least, everyone, step 5, much more to use of these steps to build a real brand, to build a relevant brand. We need to make obsession with details, okay? And when I talk about that, I talk about this. I love Steve Jobs. I love his biography, and I love this quote. The interface of the new iOS turned out so beautiful that people will feel tempted to lick the screen. When I talk to you about obsession, I talk about this, okay? Kotler Impact, it was a great pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I love Mahatma Gandhi, and I give you this final quote. Live today, as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Thank you so much. My pleasure. Bye-bye.